Did you know that one of the greatest jazz pianists of all time started his career composing soundtracks for NASA computers? Today, let's explore the incredible journey of Herbie Hancock, a genius who not only revolutionized jazz, but also paved the way for the fusion between technology and music. How did he manage to reinvent himself so many times and inspire generations over more than 6 decades of career? Get ready to discover a story full of creativity, innovation, and passion that continues to shape music to this day. Herbie Hancock was born on April 12, 1940, in Chicago, Illinois, USA. His full name is Herbert Jeffrey Hancock, but the world knows him simply as Herbie Hancock, an icon who redefined the boundaries of music. From an early age, Herbie showed a brilliant intellect and a keen ear for music, traits that would be pivotal in his artistic journey. As a child, Hancock began studying classical piano. He was considered a prodigy, and at the age of 11, he had the opportunity to perform with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, playing Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 1. This moment not only showcased his talent, but also sparked his love for music and paved the way for his future career. An interesting aspect of his youth was his passion for technology. Herbie was fascinated by electronics and science, even taking apart radios to understand how they worked. This curiosity for innovation would prove crucial in his music, leading him, years later, to incorporate synthesizers and electronic equipment into jazz. Another pivotal moment was his introduction to jazz. A turning point came when a teacher recommended that he listen to the albums of Oscar Peterson and George Shearing. Fascinated by improvisation and rhythm, Herbie decided to dive into this new world, teaching himself to play jazz virtually on his own while still exploring classical music. These early moments, combining natural talent, a passion for music, and curiosity for the unknown, shaped Herbie Hancock into the innovator the world came to know and celebrate. The defining moment that launched Herbie Hancock's career came in 1963, when he was invited by the legendary trumpeter Miles Davis to join his new quintet. At the time, Herbie was only 23 years old, and his inclusion in the group was a recognition of his talent and creativity. It was within this quintet that he began to explore new harmonic approaches and improvisation, helping to shape the sound of modern jazz. One of Herbie's greatest mentors was undoubtedly Miles Davis. Miles not only gave him creative freedom, but also encouraged him to take risks and experiment. Another key figure in his journey was Donald Byrd, who discovered him and helped him record his first solo album, Talkin' Off, in 1962. This album introduced the world to the classic Watermelon Man, a track that blended jazz with funk influences and quickly captured the attention of both audiences and critics. Herbie Hancock broke conventions by bringing electronics and synthesizers into jazz at a time when many purists saw technology as a threat to the genre. He faced resistance but continued to innovate, demonstrating that jazz could evolve without losing its essence. His ability to blend styles and incorporate elements of funk, rock, and even classical music redefined what was possible within the genre. One performance that announced his genius was during his time with Miles Davis, especially on the album Miles Smiles, 1967, where his bold harmonies and unique playing style showed the world a new direction for jazz. However, it was his solo recording of Maiden Voyage, 1965, that solidified his status as one of jazz's greatest innovators. The album, filled with maritime atmospheres and a distinctive musical narrative, shocked audiences with its sophistication and originality, marking the beginning of a career defined by reinventions. Herbie Hancock had a profound emotional and cultural impact on his era and the generations that followed. His music broke barriers by merging jazz with other styles, such as funk, soul, and electronic music, making the genre more accessible and relevant to diverse audiences. Albums like Headhunters, 1973, not only redefined jazz fusion, but also created soundtracks for a new era, resonating with cultural movements like the digital revolution and the birth of hip-hop. He brought emotion, innovation, and humanity to music, influencing not only musicians but also the entire perception of what jazz could be. Herbie's compositions and techniques continue to be studied by musicians and scholars worldwide. Pieces like Chameleon are referenced for their rhythmic and harmonic exploration, while Maiden Voyage is often used as an example of how to create complex musical atmospheres. His approach to improvisation, blending the unexpected with tradition, serves as a masterclass for musicians at any stage of their career. Additionally, his experiments with synthesizers were groundbreaking, and they are still analyzed in courses on music production and technology today. A striking story of his influence is linked to the artist J Dilla, one of the greatest producers in hip-hop history. Dilla frequently cited Herbie as a key inspiration, incorporating elements of his harmonies and grooves into his beats. Hancock's album Future Shock, 1983, especially the track Rocket, was revolutionary for Dilla and other artists, showing how synthesizers and scratches could be used to reinvent genres. The connection between Herbie's music and the way we understand art today lies in his ability to blend tradition and innovation. He teaches us that artistic progress doesn't have to exclude the past. On the contrary, it can build upon it to create something new and meaningful. In an increasingly connected world, his music symbolizes the fusion of cultures, ideas, and technologies, inspiring artists and thinkers to explore without fear of crossing boundaries. How did Herbie Hancock manage to not only shape jazz, but also connect generations, cultures, and technologies into a musical language that continues to resonate in a constantly changing world? Herbie Hancock is not just a musician. He is a visionary who expanded the horizons of what music can be. His ability to blend the classical with the modern, to fuse tradition and innovation, and to engage with different generations makes his work a timeless testament to human creativity. When we listen to his compositions, we are transported to a space where art knows no limits and evolution is constant. His music challenges us to think, how can we, in our own lives, embrace change without losing the essence of who we are? Revisiting his legacy is revisiting our relationship with the new, with technology, and with the universal emotion that only music can bring. If you've been inspired by Herbie Hancock's genius and want to explore more stories of artists who transformed music in unique ways, subscribe to the channel and become part of this conversation. Let's continue discovering how jazz masters like Herbie still influence music and our way of seeing art. Don't miss out on any updates. Here, inspiration never stops.